against Diddy, going Kazuya is going to be rough. Diddy can do really well against Kazuya, mainly because of things like banana, down tilt, which will just completely evade the invincibility that Kazuya has with the electrics. But going for Cloud, trying to get that stage control and constantly being in the air will make it a lot harder for Moke to be using the banana to just completely stuff out ground game. Cloud's game is mostly air game.
Yeah. So what's actually really fascinating right here is this is a double counter pick, right?
Yeah.
So what's happened is Moke knows that Matt, most of the time, at the moment, is a Kazuya main, right? He's been seeing major success with that Kazuya, right? And I don't want to take that away from him whatsoever. And so instead of saying, okay, well, I'm going to play this very difficult matchup of Banjo Kazuya, I'm going to play Diddy Kong, which is a much easier matchup, which I completely respect.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you've just got to play something that is much easier. And because Matt knows that he's going to pick Diddy Kong, he picks this Cloud, right? And so it's this very interesting mind game of players who have multiple characters. You know, we saw in Smash 4, Moke be great at many different characters, you know, very good at the Greninja, very good at Sheik, and very good at both Diddy and Mario, right? Had success with all 4 characters. And so, you know, carrying over those fundamentals into such a character as Diddy Kong in this game is really great. And a very quick back air, taking that stock away from Matt.
He was doing a really good job. I mean, he was at disadvantage for the majority of the game, but the moment Moke found a little opportunity, he absolutely exploited it and took the stock. We're now right back to even, 0-0, 2 stocks apiece. Moke is going to try to continue to push advantage, not let Matt do much in terms of, you know, ground game. As we were saying before, you know, Diddy completely controls the ground, especially with that banana. It makes it really hard to be able to just, you know, get in against him.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. And what I'm finding very interesting is sort of the tools that I'm seeing Moke use, right? Like, obviously, he's pulling that banana a lot, and great combo there, doing about 20 to 30%. Oh, no.
Unfortunately, just buffering out that down air. He thought he was going to be in the air, but unfortunately, just that little Z drop of the banana would take his stock. And Moke is going to continue on. He's going on a roll right now. He's found his place. This banana has been putting in work, constantly keeping Matt at the edge. But now that he has control of it, he's going to try to put in a little bit of damage. But he's a full stock down right now.
He does have that limit though, right? And with Moke being at that 80%, being caught in a bad position, that's not a good enough position for Matt there. But being caught in a bad position with that limit would have been very, very deadly for Moke. And as you said, this banana is really controlling the game, right? So this is something that we couldn't see in that last set because obviously not 2 real item characters. But something to talk about in this set is the pace of the game being controlled by the banana. Right?
Absolutely.
We saw in that first stock where Moke was down by a good 60–70%. He wasn't really finding opportunities to pull that banana, right? But as soon as Matt backed off a little bit, started playing a little bit more defensive, allowed Moke to pull that banana really, really regularly, right? He had a banana for the rest, basically the rest of the game. You know, for the rest of those 2 stocks, he had a banana out and hitting Matt with it constantly. And so I find that really, really fascinating that the banana created that much space for Moke and actually allowed him to take that game. So really great knowledge of Diddy's tools and fantastic play overall by Moke here.
Now the thing is, as we were saying earlier, you have to be backing off quite a bit against Cloud. You do not want to be constantly very aggressive against him because his aerials are very safe. It's like you have to find a mix. You do not want to be constantly shielding. His back air's -3, It's going to be a struggle to punish. You have to be punishing what he does after. As we can see, Matt tried to run away, but Moke's not even giving him a chance using the pop gun. just keeping him at the ledge. Unfortunately missing the grab. They're going to go right back to neutral where Matt's going to try to push advantage, holding center stage, throwing out these back airs, slipping over the banana, and the up smash could have taken it. Moke was ready. He was ready and waiting.
Yeah, and something that I found really interesting that led to the taking of that stock there. So obviously we saw Moke take it with the back air, and rather than saying why that saying that back air was nice, I'm going to explain why it was nice and how he ended up in that position, right?
Yep.
So he waited for the up B from Matt to come out and to be there for the hitbox to run out and be in disadvantage, and punished him for it fantastically, right? Got him off stage, got him into a position where Cloud, you know, when he doesn't have that limit, he has a very linear recovery. It's very difficult for him to recover.
That limit cross slash, it's such a good tool against characters where they try to ride up the side of the stage. It'll cover so much. You can try to delay it as long as possible, but that limit will last. That cross slash lasts for a long time, and it can be untechable, especially at that kind of percent. They're going to go right back into it, and it's looking much more even than the last game, where both players are constantly pushing advantage, and unfortunately missing the drop through on the platform.
Oh,
he tried to go for it. He tried to finish that stock with the finishing touch. He tried to cook. I respect the hell out of it, but this is Moke's chance. Keeping Matt at the ledge, that down smash will take it. All from one finishing touch.
Yeah, no, that was an absolutely fantastic play from Moke there, right? And I know that I was very negatively responding in the moment of of Matt using that finishing touch. But something that you have to keep in mind is that there is a lot of pressure in this match right now, right?
Yeah.
So if you win this, you are going to be in winners' quarters of the pool, meaning that you will qualify for top 32, right? So this is your second set away from top 32.
Yep.
And so there is some pressure there. And so what he's trying to do is he's trying to make sure that Moke doesn't run away with this game like he ran away with the last one. So he's trying something a little bit spicy, something a little bit desperate in order to try and get that advantage in a way that Moke wouldn't necessarily expect.
I really like the setups that Moke is using, though. He left the banana on the side, tried to push Matt towards it, but this, unfortunately, is not going to work. It's looking much more in Moke's favor. He's got the Gimp, but Matt is going to continue to live. Limit is almost online. This could be his chance to get just a little stock. This could be his chance to take the game. With Limit online now, he's going to want to try to save it as long as possible, but unfortunately, air dodging, SDing, and Moke is going to take it 2-0. Moving on to winners' quarters. Really well played from both players. As we were talking about the pressure, he just misspaced his recovery, just missed the air dodge because he needed the limit at the end of the day. That's one of Cloud's best ways of taking these stocks.
Yeah. And so very well played by Moke there, but to focus on Matt, you know, I'm looking at other Clouds in my mind, right? I'm looking at the different ways that Clouds play across Europe. You know, somebody that we've seen with massive success, especially recently at the most recent tournament, getting second, Curry Governor.
Yes.
You know, something that I find really interesting about Curry Governor's play is the way that he moves around the stage, right? He's